Okay. So we are checking the systems. Okay, so welcome to another episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, AK Peeling Mindset. Learner session. We are looking at some of the pairs. So what I'm going to do is actually try and remove this funny things from here. We don't need any of that, so just remove that and just remove this as well. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second. Oh, where is the toaster container? That's it. We're gonna get rid of that and we are all good. So I'm actually in gold buys right now. So good morning, Ricardo. How's it been, man? How's it been? I hope you're doing well. Can you hear me, Ricardo? Can you hear me well? Just need to post this to the Discord friends as well. Just give me a second. Happy Friday, Ricardo. Happy Friday. Sound is good. Perfect. That's amazing. Just want to see if everything is up and running. So my gold trade is still running on. I'm in buys and I'm looking how I can manage this position because everything seems pretty well. And yeah. So it's still running on. The trade is still on. So I was in buys from 1767.77. 1767.77 from here. I'm expecting the price to hit that green level. So my stop was there. So let's see what happens. Is gold gonna pay us some money? Let's just wait and see. So the gold, is it gonna pay us? Is it gonna pay us some money? Mr. Gold. Mr. Gold, are you gonna pay us some money? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close one of the positions and I'm gonna leave the rest run with everything on break even. That's a good idea. $17.69. Good morning, Jamil. Jamil, I actually couldn't log in into my Discord. I actually could have reset my password and logged in. If you could paste the link to your friends there, that'll be amazing, Jamil, if you can hear me. My Discord is actually logged out. So need to reset the password and post the links and everything. And I was actually into a trade, so I couldn't actually do anything else. I couldn't actually send the link to the Discord. So if you could do that, Jamil, by any chance, if you're hearing me, that'll be perfect. I'm still in this gold trade. So I want to see if gold pays me today. Let's see. That'll be 1769. 1769. Let's see if it's gonna pay me today. Mr. Gold. Mr. Gold. Is it gonna pay me? Good morning, Jamil. That's good. I'm gonna check the YouTube system. If the YouTube system is up and running as well, that'll be perfect if it's up and running. So just give me a second, guys. And I'm going to tell you why I took that gold trade as well. Yeah, it says everything is excellent here on YouTube. That's perfect. I'm just going to close this down and put it on vibration. Okay. So, good morning, everybody here. Welcome to a new day of Forex trading, new day of the market. This is actually the last day of the month, which is really exciting. And we're going to see how the market's going to set itself for the month of May. So that's very exciting. So I took a gold buy earlier from this level 167.7 level. So that was my buys from there. So just looking to see how I can manage it. And let's just look at GJ here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a alarm here somewhere around here. And if the price is going to come back to my entry point, it is what it is, because I've closed one of the positions in gold. So I was looking at some sales opportunities in GJ earlier on. Looks like the sales are playing on, so that's good. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Let's look at the daily candle in GJ. So the guys in YouTube, if you guys are here new, so what we do is we start our trading day by looking at the Tradingview's liquidity feed. So this is the site where you can access all of this liquidity feed. Obviously the guys in the Zoom session here, they know about it, but this is just an information for the YouTube guys. And another thing that we actually do is we go into this site called Forex Factory, where you can see calendar economical events. So Friday actually looks clean. There's nothing much. Obviously, there is some volume in the market today. So the news feed looks clean, except for there is a news in 13 minutes, which is a national HPI, which is a yellow folder news. I don't think this is going to do anything rapid in the market, so we don't need to worry about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the news tab, look at the market tab. So often guys ask me, how do I know which market we are in? So if you log into this tab that says market, it actually tells you what market is right now. So hopefully we get the volume in the market with the Sydney close and Tokyo and London overlap. So right now we are at Sydney close and pre-London session, right? So this is what we call the pre-London session. So the London session is going to open up in the next 1 hour and 11 minutes. So everything is clean. There is no breaking news. Everything seems well. So everything seems fine, just as fine. Nothing that could attract my eye here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my liquidity feed. So looking at GJ right now, let's go into the weekly chart. Okay, so what if I remove everything out of this? So the weekly chart, weekly candle is still bullish in GJ, but it's sort of rejecting the top side. Obviously, looking at the monthly candle is still bearish. It is still bearish. It has a very long wick on the downside. So this is the last day of the month, right? So if this candle in GJ, the monthly candle, is going to close something like a bearish candle, that'll be a good setup for the further month of May, for the days of the May, where we could get a lot of bearish opportunities, right? We could see price moving downside if it's moving downside. So let's go into weekly. Weekly, obviously, this is the last day of the week, still bullish. Looking at the daily candle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open up my drawings one more time. So looking at the daily candle, the current daily candle is bearish, obviously. Yesterday's daily candle was a bullish candle with a rejection on the top. It actually rejected the top price. And if you actually look into the smaller time frame, you can definitely see how the 4-hour rejected the top side and is below this recent 4-hour resistance. So the current price is actually below this 4-hour recent resistance. And if the price stays below that level, it can further continue down, right? Because we, in a monthly wholesome time frame, we are still bearish. So let's go into the 2-hour. So looking at the 2-hour as well, so the current 2-hour tells me, you know what? It has a wick on the top saying I have broken the 2-hour support and I'm leaving that area. That's what it tells me. So when I annotate, let me annotate it for you guys here. Just give me a second. So managing the screen. I have a lot going here on the second screen. So yeah, so what it tells me is the 2-hour support, this support was broken down by this volume candle. Obviously, we had some volume in Asian session today, and these two 2-hour candles, they try to leave the zone. Look at the wicks. It's telling me, you know what, I don't want to be here, and it's saying I'm rejecting that level. So if this rejection is for further downside movement, we may get continuation of the price to this clean range, or even furthermore down. Right, and if this is a setup for May's price action, if the price is trying to set up for the May's price action, we have a lot of targets on the downside for the price to attack on. So hopefully the price is setting up for May. This is the last day, so we don't need to go really hard on the charts. Obviously, we can take it easy and just enjoy the price action. So the current 2-hour has one more hour left for its close, right? In its first hour, it has started going down, break the previous candle's low, reaching near this target. So that target in London session is actually achievable. So what I'm going to do is I will go back into my normal chart here. And sorry about that. So let's just open up drawings back again one more time. So these channels here are just for my assist of my eyes, right? It's just assisting me that, you know what, price can move in the channel. So if the price is going to move further down, it can actually achieve this target. First, maybe this vicinity 151,540 level, and furthermore down. So until that, what I'm going to do is I will erase some of the levels. So yesterday, 151,670 was a key level from where if price would have closed above, I would have taken an entry. So yesterday, I obviously didn't see any 30-minute 1-hour close, so I wasn't appealed by any trade. I didn't see any confirmation for my trading plan to work. Obviously, the volume pushed the price up, so maybe up. So the price may be correcting that volume, right? If it is corrected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually close this level. And actually, let's go to 4-hour. Oh, actually, 151,670 is a 4-hour previous level, so that cannot be avoided. We have to keep that in mind. So the current 1-hour is going to close in the next 6 minutes. So if this 1-hour closes below 151,670 level, you know what? For the next hourly candle, we could possibly see a retest around this area and further continuation down. So let's see how much of a range is it from the current price level. So till here is 7, so that could be achievable. So this is like 14 pips of range on the downside until the first rejection. And if you look at the clean traffic here, the wicks can be also clear traffic, right? So the wicks can be filled with momentum. So furthermore, it's like 40 pips of range here. So which is good, which is very good. And looking at the 30-minute time frame, it's telling me the same thing. Looking at the 30-minute time frame too, it tells me that, you know what, I broke this key level, and the wicks here tells me I'm actually leaving that area. So the wicks here tell me that, you know what, I don't like the price, so it wants to go down. So it's actually heading down, which is good, just for a confirmation of entry for sales. What I would ideally want to see is I would want to see this 30-minute 1 hour to close below 151,670 level, or even below this recent support, right? And a furthermore retest and price breaking the lows would be a good selling idea. So looking at the 15-minute, it's still looking good. So the price does have a proper bearish structure. So the structure also tells me that, you know what, today's session, I definitely do see bearish structure. So another thing is, because I've been noticing GJ and gold moving in channel, right? So today's trade on gold that I took earlier before the session. So let me show you what I did before the session. So the price is still moving in my direction, which is good. So I actually saw a channel in gold, right? And what I saw was, you know what, if price is going to move in channel, and this price action right here is just a distortion. I would call this distortion of the price. This is invalid. I'm not going to care about this. I'm just going to wait for the price to come inside the channel and act according to the channel. So before this price action happened, I determined that, you know what, this gray level, do you see this gray level? That was a key level. So that was one of the key levels. And if price is actually going to come up, there's a higher chance the Tokyo's volume can be corrected throughout London and throughout New York session. So I may get a push upside, right? So that's what I anticipated. And when looking into the channel, so I drew the channel out of the 15 minutes time frame. So when looking at the channel, we can obviously see these price here try to reject the channel and want it to go down. So let me draw it properly for you guys. So this was my anticipation. So this price here wanted to close below, wanted to reject this channel. Another price wanted to reject. Another price wanted to reject that channel. So actually it went down, right? It went further down with the Tokyo volume. Obviously, Tokyo's market continued gold all the way down. But now what I saw was, you know what? If there's a channel here in gold, if it comes back into channel, what are the target it can actually achieve? The channel's range. So channels like sort of a range thing, right? And when I saw price bullishing back in the range without any retest, look at the volume here. It's correcting Tokyo's market movement like nothing, almost nothing. So I didn't take any buys here. No buys here, no buys here earlier on, because it was the first entry inside the channel. So I needed some sort of retest on the bottom bit of the channel, right? So this wick that just tapped this level was the perfect retest inside the channel for gold to further continue up to its daily range of the channel, right? So that was my idea. And when I saw a sudden 1 minute move to the bottom side of the range, this place here, I started putting my buy stop in it. So my buy stop was with like 10 pips of stop loss, and I was comfortable with 10 pips in gold. So my buy stop was just around here. Right when it hit this target, it tapped this channel's lower bit 3 times. So when you look at it, so this is my analogy, right? So just give me a second. So when you look into it, look at this channel. The price dropped heavily, right? And if it were to continue down, it wouldn't be retesting this level 3 times. 1, 2, 3, right? So if it was to continue furthermore down, it could have broken this low and continue further down with volume, but it didn't. So what it did was it actually respected the channel's bottom level. It retested 3 times, and with volume, man, oh man, it just continued up till its target. So potentially, if this green line or this vicinity is a target for gold to hit, it can hit that. So what I did was I placed a buy stop with my stop like 10 pips below, and mamma mia, and it just started pushing up. It followed in my plan and perfect. So I've been actually backtesting this channel sort of strategy in gold for some time too. So yesterday as well, gold did move in a channel. Yesterday we broke down the trade. Everything was broken down. We just couldn't execute because we didn't see any confirmation. So if this trade is going to hit my T, man, I'm going to be paid so well for the April month. That's going to be beautiful. So Jamil says, good morning, I can hear you. That was a message a few minutes before. So what I'm going to do is I left my trade with break even. So my stop loss is at break even, and if it's going to hit my target, perfect, because I've secured one of the position. I'm not going to be worried about that. So that was my analogy behind gold's trade. And the same thing here, looking at GJ, what I can see is the structure is definitely a bearish sort of a structure, right? So the structure definitely tells me that, you know what, the structure is bearish. If it's going to make some sort of higher low, around this vicinity, I can take trades below that level. Or eventually, if the price wants to move in the channel, it can actually further retest this level one more time, the green line, or even 151.825, and further head down. So price is sort of like a price right now is in a price section where it's actually in a range, right? So this is supposedly a range right now. A range. We can see a further continuation of the price on the downside. We just have to wait and see how we can confirm, right? So that way we will have a perfect entry. So let's look at the 1 hour. So the previous 1 hour obviously had a top wick and a bottom wick on the downside, a decent bottom wick, so that this current price could actually further continue down. So this current 1 hour actually closed below this 1 hour recent support, which is a good sign for further continuation down with the volume. So this candle, current 1 hour candle, is absolutely bearishing down. So the range is like 6, and furthermore 12, and furthermore 18, and so. So I'm just going to wait and see how I can execute on this trade. Let's look at the 2 hour. 2 hour has 1 hour left for its close. So the 4 hour here, let's look at the 4 hour. So the current 4 hour, it still has 3 more hours left for its close. And the current 4 hour also has rejected the previously broken 4 hour support. So we do have higher possibilities for the price to further continue down, but we have to wait and see how we can execute on it. All right. Okay. $15 pips, 12 pips. I mean, some of the guys can execute on this trade too. Looking at the current 30-minute, stops could be above the previous 30-minute candle back in this range and anticipate further continuation down. But we have to wait because there is a minor news, right? There is a minor news. Yeah, 4. Actually, the minor news just happened. It just happened, nationwide HPI. Let's see how the price moves here. Let's look at the 5-minute. Looking at the 5-minute, previous 5-minute obviously rejected that bottom price level. Let's see how this current 5 minutes is going to close. Let's look at the 1 minute. Looking at the 1 minute, it's actually heading up. We need the price to close below 151,670 level. That's going to be a better confirmation here. If this current 15-minute candle, so here's another analogy, right, for sales. So if the current 15-minute candle, if it's actually retesting the previously broken 15-minute support, this candle right here, and starts heading down, if this current 15-minute candle is going to close below 151,670, that will actually tell me that, you know what, there's higher probabilities for sell here. So I'm just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to at least close. All right, so that way I will have a confirmation, because we can definitely see that this 15-minute candle did reject really strongly, right? So the bottom price was rejected heavily. So the wick, let's see how much of a wick that is. So that's like 7 pips rejection, which is good, which is fine. We just have to wait for this 15-minute candle to close in our direction. If there are sales coming in, we can get sales below 151,670 level. So I'm just going to wait for sales opportunities in GJ. So my gold is almost about to hit the target here. So what I'm going to do is actually, I will close my gold trade. That was a beautiful gold trade that I took earlier. That was beautiful. Simply a beautiful gold trade. Amazing. Just amazing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to close all of the position. I will close 90%, which I did already. So gold did act properly. Gold did pay me a lot of money today. So I'm really happy with gold today. So if it's going to continue up, that's perfect. That'll be perfecto. It has hit that target. If the price was moving in this channel, it has achieved that target. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just so beautiful trade here. Everything worked out according to the plan, and man, I wish I had streams earlier. That way I would have shown you guys what happened, right? This is just spot on. I just saw the price action and just wanted to execute on it. Man, oh man. Look at this. Just so beautiful. Beautiful price action. Beautiful price action. Just gonna let the rest of the position run here. And what I'm gonna do is, because I have few of my mates here, I'm gonna allow them to unmute themselves. So that's perfect. Let's see if this YouTube system is still running, up and running. Yes. Perfect. It's up and running. Perfect. Up and running. Perfect. Ricardo, Jamil, hope you guys are having a beautiful day. So the current 30-minute candle. It's beautiful here. So let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is still bullishing up. It's just beautiful. Okay, so what I did was I actually closed my gold position, everything. So now what I'm going to look at is I'm going to see if I can get any sort of sell. So we are trying to be fluid in the market. So if there's going to be any sort of sell opportunities in gold, we're just waiting, right? If there's going to be any sort of sell opportunities, we will see if we can scalp in. So gold paid me for the day. It actually paid me for the day with the buy. So I'm just going to wait a little bit more and see if I can get any sort of sell. Because I do see sell opportunities in gold. So we will wait and see. Let's look at the GJ one more time. So looking at the current 1 hour, the 1 hour has rejected this previously broken support. So the price is actually looking very good for sell. It's actually looking very good. Ideally, it should go down. It should go down. Let's look at the 15-minute. As we talked, so the current 15-minute candle is actually heading below 151,670 level. So let's see. We're going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. I mean, a trade would have been possible once this candle started going up and grabbed its liquidity, start flipping bearish. That would have been a possible entry where you could have placed your stop loss like back in the range, 8 pips, 10 pips, and take profit would have been like 13 and 20 pips, right, as we talked before. So if the guys in the Zoom took the trade, perfect. Just going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close. And we'll see if we can actually take a position then. This is just beautiful. Price did make its lower high on the 5-minute. If you look at the 5-minute, this is just so beautiful, right? Look at this. Lower high here. Price went down, up, up. Should ideally head down. Ideally should head down. There is a lot of volume in the market today. So hopefully we can get further continuation down. So the current 30-minute candle is going to close in the 19-minute. Current 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 4 minutes. The sells are still looking beautiful. Anybody who took a sell there, man, oh man, that would have been beautiful. 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 It's going to continue till 151,560 level first, and then furthermore down. That'll be possible for sure. So I was actually looking into sales from this level before. So because I was in gold, I didn't want it to be eyeing my my focus on two of the pairs. So if it's continuing down with volume, man, oh man, it's perfect. It can hit this level. Is anybody in Zoom in this trade, guys? Let me actually play the music for the guys here. So the current 1 hour has broken the previous 1 hour low as well. This is actually the ideal trade for sell, to be honest. This right here is an ideal trade for a sell. Ideal trade for the sell. So the current 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 1 minute and 30 seconds. So let's see if we can actually get any sales opportunities in gold. Any sort of sell opportunities in gold. So looking at the pound yen, it still has higher probability to continue furthermore down. So it's pretty good. To be honest, it's pretty good. Pretty good here. Pretty good. So it's 45 more minutes left for the London Open. And if the London is going to show some volume like yesterday, this is amazing trade, man. Amazing trade. Amazing trade. I would ideally want to see a wick on this 15-minute on the top before continuing down. Hi, Jamil, how are you? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, just thought I'd check in. I could hear you, but I was a bit busy.
Oh yeah, were you? Sorry.
Yeah, I think you caught a gold trade, or?
Yeah, I did got a gold buy. I did caught a gold buy.
Good.
It was beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah. And you're looking for a GBP?
Yeah, GBP sells and
sorry, GJ sells?
yeah, GJ sells and gold sells.
Okay.
So maybe the gold sales are going to play out a little bit late, but I have to wait.
Yeah. I'm for gold sells as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
ideally
we'll have some people coming in about an hour or 45 minutes or something.
Sure. Yeah, this trade's gonna hit that target for sure. It's actually gonna go down. So if anybody is in a GBP sell, that's perfecto. 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 It can continue further down to this target right here. So if this was the target for sales, this would have been perfect. So there's a very high chance the price can actually achieve this first target and the second target in no time if the volume's going to kick in. So we are just waiting for the volume's price action because that's beautiful, right? So if you wait for the volume to kick in, man, you are perfect. That's just perfecto. So the gold is bullishing up. I closed I closed all of my position. So just waiting. This is just perfect. Gold was the trade. I actually caught this trade in a really beautiful way too. So that was beautiful. Gold is still bullishing up. That's nice. That's beautiful. Wow. So it went like 30 pips up from my entry. It gave me 20, 24, something like that. So beautiful. A beautiful price action day again. Another beautiful price action day here. So there's a very high chance that the GJ is going to continue down to our targets. So if anybody is in this trade, man, this was another ideal trade. So this is perfect. Perfecto. We're going to hit that target and beautiful. It's a beauty here. Another beauty. Jamil, is my voice okay today on the Zoom? Is it okay? Is it distorting or is it okay on the Zoom? What do you think?
Crystal clear.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect. Man, the gold is running up. It's running up crazy. This is just crazy. So this price tap right here could be an ideal in gold. So whatever is happening right here could be a retest around this 1771 to 17 level. So it could be a retest around that level. So for the price to further continue down. So if it's actually continuing down, I'm just going to wait for the price to show me some sort of rejection around here. And price heading back to the channel, right? If I'm going to see price coming back to the channel, I have a cleaner range for the price to achieve, you know. And there's a cleaner target too on the downside. So that could be achieved. So I'm just going to wait. And also because all of this movement today here is sort of like a Tokyo volume, so that could be corrected. That could be corrected all the way up, but I'm just waiting for sales here now. I took one position, gave me some buys, gave me some money right here, so I'm just gonna wait for the price to fall back into my plan, and I could further take sales. Let's look at GJ at the same time here. So GJ is still under 151,670 level. Yes, Jamil, did you say something?
Oh, I was gonna say, seeing as we had a bit of time with the GJ. Are you trying to get into the GJ trade?
I'm just waiting. An ideal entry would have been somewhere around here, with stop loss above, like 10 pips back in the range, and obviously driving price to this first target and the second target. So
okay,
I am.
Because I wanted to look at another pair if possible. The same.
Yeah, sure. Because in GJ I'm just waiting because obviously gold gave me some pips already. So the best idea for me is to wait for another proper setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pasting that in the chat. You see the original pair I've been tracking. You
Yep.
probably know it by heart. And let me bring the current that I see currently after you put this one up.
Green blanket.
So remember, yeah, it's me, it's me. So that's when we started, and then so this is where we are today.
NZD-CAD. That's good. So how many pips is it?
When it hits its target, it's probably going to be 180, but I've been going in and out. So this is where I want to use the price action. So today, for example, I want you to look at NZD CAD and maybe, I mean, I see what's going on, but with a different analysis. But obviously, when you go at it with a price action, it's good to see you arrive at the same conclusion.
Sure, 100%.
And
I will definitely have a look at NZD-CAD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll NZD-CAD all the way up here to my top list. NZD-CAD. I'm going to have a look at NZD-CAD right now. It just hit my alert too on GJ saying that 15-minute has made its top wick. So let's see where it did. It tapped. So I'm looking to enter in GJ here. Let's look at the 1 hour. 1 hour seems there's 33 more minutes left for this 1 hour to close. Is this so? The question for this current 30-minute candle is it going to close below 151,670 level? 10 pips and further continue down. Ideally, I should be waiting for this 30-minute candle to close, but you know what? Let's look at the. I'm actually entering in GJ here, sales right now. I am in sales in GJ, just entered with stop loss 10 pips back in the range and anticipating the volume to push the price further down. Oh, sorry, just give me a second here. My EAs are not working well here. There's something wrong with it. Oh my god. What's happening with my EA? Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Oh, now it's working. So we are anticipating volume to push our price further down, right? So if the volume's going to push the price further down, that'll be a perfect day. We're going to start securing profits once we hit this 151, 550 vicinity, which is around 7 pips away, obviously, because we don't want to hold the trade in drawdown. So what I'm going to do is once price starts hitting this level, I'll start securing 7-8 pips. I'm comfortable with that. And for the anticipating price to hit 151 470 level. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a yep. So back in the range, anticipating price to further move down. What I've done here is I've set my alarm. And let me share the music with you guys on the Zoom. After that, I can look at NZD-CAD and see if we can get something out of NZD-CAD as well. So as my friend Jamil is looking into NZD-CAD, this is one of his pair he looks at. So giving my price action take on NZD-CAD. Let's see. So NZD-CAD, obviously, the daily candle looks as if the yesterday's daily candle dropped heavily down, and it's a proper bodied structure bearish candle, right? So the current bearish candle, what it's doing, its current daily candle is doing is it has made its top wick already, which is good. So it hasn't retraced all the way up. I mean, ideally, after these sort of breaks, what I would want to see is a deeper retest. A deeper retest for the price to further continue down. So there isn't a deeper retest. So is the volume gonna drive the price further down? So let's see. Let's look at the closer, smaller, little time frames, right? So the lower time frame candles here. Looks like on the 4-hour the price is still ranging. It's just ranging here. So what this tells me is, when looking into this, what it tells me is price is just ranging there. Obviously, it's obvious because after these sort of falls, the price do range for a bit, exhaust a little bit, and then only it starts falling down, right? So I'm not sure when it's going to start falling down. For now, on the 4-hour, it's just exhausting. So the 4-hour still has 2 hours and 29 minutes left for its close. So the current 4-hour almost seems as if it's actually rejecting the downside. So is it going to reject the downside? It's going to grab liquidity more higher, then further going to continue down. And it's the last day of the month too, so I cannot go really hard on the trade. I cannot go really hard on any sort of trades, right? So on the 2-hour too, it tells me that, you know what, it's just exhausting. The price is exhausting here. This could be a potential retest, the 2-hour. So if you look into this, this could be a potential retest of the price on the upper side before it moves down. But still, we have to wait. We have to wait for the price to first break below this resistance and then retest this level. So when the price consolidates, so this is one thing I've learned over time, right? When price consolidates on higher time frame, there's a higher chance it's going to break in one direction. And if it's going to further continue, it's going to retest that level one more time before it's going to continue, right? So I'm just going to wait for that on NZD-CAD. Jamil, that's going to be my best take. I will have to wait for the price. So at least a 1 hour or a 30-minute to break this range. So if this is a range here, price has to break it and then further retest it before continuing down. That way, I would have enough time to execute, enough time to see what's happening. And that would be a legit price action, not a fake out. So I'm going to wait for a 30-minute or a 1 hour to close below these ranges here, or even above these ranges, and further retest that level to see a continuation in a direction. Unless that happens, there's nothing for me. The price is just ranging, so it's quite dangerous to be in a rangy price action. That's my take on NZD-CAD. The gold is moving up.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Gold is beautiful. And let's look at GJ. Our trade is still there. So what I'm going to do is ideally, this is what I'm going to do, right? So I'm going to wait for this 1 hour to close. If this 1 hour is going to reject this level abruptly, and it's going to start coming back to its open price level, that's 151,685. I'm going to start closing some of my percentage. Otherwise, it still looks good. The structure in GJ tells me that, you know what, there's a higher chance of the price going down than going up. But obviously, price does what it does. So if there's going to be any sort of rejection, I'll be actively looking to see how I can cut my losses short. Otherwise, everything is perfecto. We are just waiting. So the current 2 hour is also going to close in the next 26 minutes. So the question we're going to ask this current 2 hour is this current 2 hour candle going to close below 151,670 vicinity, or is it going to close above? If it's going to close above, we have less chance that it could actually further going to continue down. But if it's going to close below this level, we have higher chances of price continuing down. So we just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. So for the on-the-go price action and trade management, I'm just gonna wait for this price 1 hour to close. If it's gonna start coming back to its open price, I will close some of the position and see how it runs. $30-minute is still looking good. It's sort of rejecting the downside. So if it's actually rejecting the downside, we have to wait and see. If this price is going to break its own high, I think I'm going to close about 50% of my position. So that's how I'm going to manage, because I've already taken a profitable trade in the morning. I don't want to risk all of my wins in it. So have to be logical. When managing a trade, have to be logical. So if this candle is going to break its own high, I'm going to close 50% of my position and I'm going to let the 50% run. So that's my analogy here. So the previous 5-minute obviously has a decent wick on the downside. What it can also suggest is, you know what? Price is rejecting the downside to further continue up. So I have to wait and see if this 5-minute is going to respect the previous 5 minutes high. If this current 5 minutes is going to start breaking the previous 5 minutes high, I am 50% out of this position because I have to manage my risk. And I've got already a profitable trade out of the gold buys. So just have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see. I am being ready to cut my losses short. So I'm just on the click, right? I'm just waiting here. If it's gonna retrace up, is it gonna retrace up or is it gonna continue further down? Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. I mean, the gold was a very beautiful trade, man. Honestly, gold was something. Gold was definitely something here today. Beautiful gold trade. So this current 5-minute is very close to the previous 5 minutes high. I have to wait and see if it's going to break the previous 5 minutes high. And that way I'm going to close 50% of my position. Run. So GJ. We need some sort of volume in GJ to push the price further down. We need some sort of volume in GJ to push the price further down. Is it going to push the price further down? Current 30-minute. So the current 1 hour also has 22 minutes left for its close. So are we going to get a rush of volume in this 1 hour candle, or is it going to retrace back and leave its wick for the next candle to further continue and fill? Are we going to wait and see? The current 2 hour also has 21 minutes left for its close. 2 hour is still looking good. So the question we're going to ask this current 2 hour candle is it going to retrace up? Because it is close time and it's going to leave a wick for the next candle to further fill down? Or is it going to push even harder? Because it's the close. So we're just waiting and trying to see how the candles close. Let's go to the 5-minute one more time. So the 5-minute does look good. The current 5-minute has made a top wick. Says to me, you know what? I'm rejecting this price here. And can further continue down, filling the wick on the left-hand side. The current 5-minute or the next 5-minute. So let's wait and see how this 5-minute moves, right? If this 5-minute or the next 5 minutes is going to start breaking the high, I'm going to close 50% of my position right then. Man, oh man, gold is moving so crazy. I have gold in a split screen on my trading terminal. And look at my trade. It just continued up. Wow. It was like a 50 pips. Beautiful trade. Beauty. So the current 5 minutes going to close in the next 23 minutes. Is the 5 minute just ranging up and down? To collect orders, we have to wait and see. Because it's obviously volume time right now. There's 20 more minutes left for London Open. So if the London Open is going to push the price further down, that would be amazing. So the previous 5 minute candle respected the previous 5 minutes high, which is a good sign. So let's see what happens. Just have to wait and see how this 15-minute candle closes in GJ. The 13-minute is still looking good. So just gotta wait. So what I'm gonna do is if the price is gonna break the high, I'm gonna close 50% of my position. And I'm gonna leave the 50% run. Let's see what happens. Is the price going to push the GJ's level further down? Or what's happening? So the 5 minute is actually ranging right here. It's sort of like collecting orders. So let's see what happens when the London market kicks in. Let's see what happens. Is the price going to push further down? Let's wait and see. Let's even look at the 1 minute and see what the micro price action tells us. Definitely 1 minute also telling me that, you know what, it's ranging. So just have to wait and see if there's any volume coming in. So yesterday was a really nice volume day, and the price was pushed by the volume. It just continued without any retest. But obviously right now the price is just ranging, so we are looking to see how we can actively manage our risk here. So let's just wait and see. So the current 15-minute candle has 2 more minutes left for its close. It's sort of rejecting the downside now. Even the 13-minute. So what this could be, what this could potentially be is, as we've already explained, so this 2-hour coming to a close could actually make this candle retrace even higher. But if it's going to close below 151,670 vicinity, the next candle could further push down, right? We know that. So we're just going to wait and see if that's actually happening. Definitely price structure is bearish. So let's see what happens in the next 1 minute and in the next 15 minutes. Is the volume going to push the price further down, or is it going to push the price up? So this 2-hour candle is coming to a close. There's 15 more minutes left for its close. Obviously, this is an ideal trade, to be honest. This right here is a very ideal setup, right? This is actually an ideal setup where the price has broken below a key level, retested that level 3 times, rejected it 3 times. Even this candle is rejecting the previous candle's open price. And it's heading further down. So this is actually an ideal trade. If this candle is going to retrace a little bit back, we're going to manage our risk. And we're going to see how the candle runs in the next open. And that's the trick here. Managing the trade, managing the risk. We're not going to go full retard on this single trade, right? Looking to see how we can manage the position. All right, so this is where I cut my losses short. I've closed down 50% of my position right there. %50 of my position gone. So waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. So this current 30-minute candle is obviously bullishing up, maybe doing a potential retest around here. So let's just wait and see. Wait and see. I'm letting this trade run for the next 13 more minutes with half of my risks on the table. So the 2-hour has 12 more minutes left for its close. Obviously, it's actually retracing, so we know that when the candle is very close to its close, it is going to push harder or retest, right? So the price is retracing up, which is perfectly fine, because if it's actually leaving space or wick for the next candle to further continue down, we can still get a chance on the sell. So we're just going to wait. So we will see in the next 12 minutes what's going to happen in the market. What's happening in the market? What's happening in the market? What's happening in the market? Make sure you're hydrating yourself, keeping yourself calm, because you know the opportunities are going to be there, right? So you just have to be calm and read the market and sit back, kick back and sit back, you know. So just wait a little bit more. So the current 1-hour, current 30-minute candle has 10 more minutes left for its close. So let's see how it's going to close. As we said, if this candle is retracing back, leaving a wick on the downside for the next candle to fill, that's perfectly fine. We're going to have enough time to catch that trade. Right? We're just going to wait and see. Just going to wait and see. So the gold was the actual trade. If you look into gold, man, this is beauty and a beast together. Man, oh man. 52 pips from my entry. Beautiful. Beautiful gold. You were the beast. Wow. It's actually, the price is correcting everything that happened in the Tokyo. It's actually correcting everything that happened in the Tokyo. This is such an amazing move in gold. Honestly, price is correcting everything that's happening there. Look at that. So the current 1 hour is going to close in the next 9 minutes. It's actually lingering around that 5-minute range. Current GJ price action is nothing except for just ranging. It's ranging on the bottom bit. The previous 5 minutes seems almost as if it actually rejected the top bit. So let's see. But the price is still in a range. So this right here, if you look at this, this is the 5-minute range. So if the price is ranging and is back in the range, we have to wait for the volume to kick in, because that's the only way the price can move somewhere. So the next volume time is in the next 9 minutes. Potentially, if we're going to see any push on the downside, that'll be amazing, because we are still in the trade. I closed only 50%. So just going to wait. So the current hourly in GJ is going to close in the next 7 minutes. So the question for this current 30-minute current 1 hour candle is it going to close below 151,670 level? Or is it going to bullish up above 151,670 level? If it's going to close below 151,670 level, there's a higher chance that, you know what, price can further head down. But we have to wait for the volume to kick in, because the volume is the catalyst that's going to make the price move. Otherwise, man, it is what it is. Sometimes price do exhaust, all right? So yesterday what happened was price moved with such a great volume right here. So if you look at this, 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 that was a really good price action with a lot of volume. Price did tap targets, right? So 152,400 was yesterday's target for us, and it actually tapped 152,500 with ease. So is this gonna be the target for the volume today in GJ? We need the volume to be induced in the market. Come on. So if this is being corrected, we need the price to push further down with volume. Are we going to get some sort of volume in GJ? The gold was absolutely amazing payer here today. Gold paid me a lot today, so that's amazing. I wish I was doing a stream earlier on before I took the trade. That way I would have actually guided the mass here too with my trade, and that actually gold trade fall in my plan so well. It's just beautiful. So the current price action in GJ is a ranging price action. Price is just ranging in that box. So what we know is that if the price is ranging in a box, it's going to break either way. So if there's a higher potential for the downside because of the structure, If it's going to break below, it has to retest one more time, right? It has to retest one more time, then further continue down. So let's just wait and see how the price is going to move. And obviously we know price can break above, but could be a fake breakout too, and it can continue back in the range and further break the levels. So we're just gonna wait. Just gonna wait for the price to tell us where it's moving. So the current 15-minute candle is gonna close in the next 4 minutes. Obviously GJ is retracing back so that it has furthermore target for the next candle. So if it's actually retracing, that's fine. So how I'm going to manage my position now is I'm still in the position with my 50% risk in it. Price is in range in the 5 minute, which could be broken easily with volume. So the volume time is in the next 4 minutes. So if the volume is going to push the price further down, amazing. Otherwise, now if the candle is going to break this high, I'm out of the full position because I don't want to risk a lot of money. Because I got a winner out of the gold, I have to be very mindful about managing my position. So if this candle is going to break the previous 5-minute wick, this wick, I'm going to close all of the position right there. Just have to wait for the volume to kick in. Just have to wait for the volume to kick in. The question for the current 30-minute, current 1-hour candle is it going to close below 150-167 vicinity? If it's going to close below this level, that will be a greater chance for sales. Probability would be shifting for sales. Otherwise, man, we have to wait for the volume. We have to wait for the volume. Volume is everything. It's going to close in the next 2 minutes. The question is going to be answered in the next 2 minutes. Is it going to close below this level? Or is it going to close back above? We need the answer, GJ. Come on, mate. GJ, my friend. You got to answer us, mate. So the 1 hour has 1 more minute left. Is there going to be more volume during the close, or is it going to be retest during the close? Mate, GJ, come on. Come on, mate. So what we can see is in the 5 minute, it's actually leaving, it's actually breaking from that range, right? So the 5 minute range is actually breaking below the range. We just need to see a close below the range. If it's going to close somewhere around here and the next candle retraces and retest and then further continue down, that'll be perfect. I definitely see higher chances of sell in GJ. Just have to wait. So the current 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 42 seconds. 32. Even the 1 hour is going to close in the next 30 seconds. It's actually pushing down. So if it's not going to retrace and it's going to push further down, that's a good sign, telling us that, you know what, there's a higher probability of the price going down. But we have to wait here. We have to wait for the price to embrace the volume. So is it going to push further down to our target? Is this wick going to be a target? So what we know is either wicks could be a rejection point or a further traffic, right? Further target for the traffic. So if it's going to be a target, the price could further continue down to a target, and I'll be looking to secure position once we hit this gray level, and I'm going to leave positions to run until here. So let's see how it's going to go. So the volume time is on. Obviously this 5-minute candle has actually left this range. So, and this 5-minute has retested this level with its wick. So this is a perfect example of how price leaves a range, right? So it's actually going to our gray target. So this is where I'm securing some of my position and leaving the rest of the position run with break even. So this is how you get paid, when you wait and you manage your risk. This is a beautiful trade. If the volume is going to continue the price if the volume is going to push the price further down, this is a ideal trade. So this is how we win. We just got to wait, read the price action, talk to ourselves throughout the price action. And this is just beautiful. Trust me, this is one of the most beautiful things that GJ could offer. Everything was there. Every single thing was there. So this is just perfect. If the volume could push the price further down, amazing. Just an amazing price action. So are you, if you're holding, so the question is, if you're holding the price, you have to ask yourself, you know what? I'm going to put myself in break even. I'm going to let this trade run. So if the Zoom guys caught this trade too, beautiful. We talked throughout the trade. We manage our position accordingly with the risk factor. And if it's going to push further down, man, it's looking beautiful. It can actually continue all the way down till this 151, 220 vicinity as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my take profits to that 151 to 80 vicinity. If it's going to continue further down, amazing. So, man, gold paid me today. GJ paid me today. The volume is in the market. If it's going to further continue down, this is one of the best trades GJ could offer. We looked into the price action. So, Gaurav Gupta in the YouTube says, hi, bro. Jason John's back here. He says, I'm here. I'm in on gold. Should I pull out? I'm not sure. What are you doing in gold, Jason? I bought gold earlier. So that was amazing. I profited on gold. And today GJ paid me as well. So what a nice way to end April, right? So this is the last day of April. And we planned not to go really hard on the charts. And price did what it had to do. This is just perfect. Just a beautiful trade. Amazing, amazing setups, right? This is one of the best thing ever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post on Instagram. And just give me a second, guys. And finally, we are back again. We are back again. So GJ paid us to the T. So GJ did pay us to the T. The guys in the YouTube got it, man. I'm so happy that the YouTube guys are clever enough to follow back. And Jason Johns here got paid on the gold and also GJ. So gold was something I took earlier before the stream. And man, today such a nice way to end the April. It's just making me more happy because GJ played out so well. We managed to risk. Everything was calculated. We know we still trusted the analysis, the structure. Everything was read to the T. So Jason Johns here tells you know what? I will be in here rocking out. Can't wait for the next week. 100% Jason. Next week's going to be even more exciting because that way we can see how May's going to set up, right? So the May is going to be full of opportunities. Trust me. May, June, and July is going to be the meat of the market, and we're going to attack the market so hard. Man, oh man. We're going to milk out everything out of the market. Trust me. So it's going to be a beautiful day. We're still going to be calm and composed, and we're still going to be like this. We're going to be enjoying price action. We're going to enjoy the company. It's amazing how I have some consistent friends with me out here in Zoom and consistent followers on YouTube, man. Jason Johnson, one of the top followers. And another top follower here is Sonai, too. Was here yesterday and one more time back again. And we had Dotfic on YouTube. I mean, he's not here today. But, man, such a great support. Everything was calculated. Risk. Structure was calculated. We cut down the losses. We cut down the risk. And we let the position run. Gold paid so nicely. Look at the gold. I mean, the gold is now actually coming back in this channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actively look for any sort of sell. Now, if the gold price action is going to tell me, you know what, I'm coming back in the channel and this was just a distortion and this is a rejection on the top side, beautiful. We can get further continuation of the gold down here, and this is just beautiful. I'm just going to wait for a proper gold selling structure, and that will be just beautiful. Trust me, it's going to be beautiful. When you wait, you get paid, man. GJ was a really good example of, you know what, trusting analysis, reading the market structure, and this is just beautiful. If the guys in the YouTube have any questions about how we took the trade, man, just ask. It was just a beautiful day. Now it's just a matter of waiting. The GJ trade is still running on, so the volume is there. Definitely volume is there. If we're gonna get a further breakdown of the price, if the price gonna break down below 151,470 level, man, it is gonna go down. It's gonna hit that daily resistance, and maybe it's gonna continue even further down. Because these are the targets, right? When we have clear targets and clear traffic, man, price rushes through the traffic and hits the target in no time. So if the targets are going to be hit, the first target is going to be hit. It has been hit already. If it's going to break that traffic and it's going to go through, it can retest that one more time and it's going to proceed to another target. That's why I'm so excited for May, because we have so much of clear traffic on the downside. And if the price is going to achieve those targets, man, trust me, it's going to be a beautiful trading time. And we're going to be paid for the year. So we're just going to wait. The price is still running on. I'm letting this trade run with break even, you know. So my position, stop loss is in break even. I've secured like almost about 90%, 80% of my position. So it's still running on, and it's going to give me a few pips. So if it's going to continue further down, you know, I just need the price to make a lower high one more time. So we know that, you know what, if the price is actually dropping down, price has momentum, it has to make some sort of lower high, right? So if it's going to make a lower high, it's going to break this low that it created and can further continue down. If it's coming down, we have a potential to hit this 151 to 50 vicinity, the daily resistance level. So we're just going to wait and see. Obviously, we have secured some positions and letting the trade run with break even. So if it's going to run, it has hit our T already, take profit already. So we're just waiting for the price for the break the target. And we know there are clear traffic on the downside. Clear traffic, clear targets. So just gonna wait and see how the London's gonna push the price. At this point in time, I don't care if the price retraces up, if it's gonna go down, because at this point in time, I'm just thinking about how the house can pay me extra, and for extra, I can leave the rest of my position in break even. So this is just perfect. Ricardo, Jamil, if you guys have anything to say, man, you can go on, and this is just a perfect trade here. We had a very nice day. A beautiful day. I am so glad this GJ setup happened, and this is perfect. We read the price action to the T, and we gave confluence. We waited for the trade to catch the volume. It caught the volume, and everything was red. Everything was managed. Man, oh man. And it's falling down. It's melting right now. GJ is melting. GJ is melting to the T. So this is good. This is very good. So just waiting for gold to show me some sort of setup. So if we could get another setup on gold, that'll be perfect. But I'm not willing to risk a lot of money, right? So if I'm going to play with gold now, I'm only looking for any quality setup. I'm not going to take any random haphazard kind of setup. So I'm going to wait for the gold to give me a proper setup. That way I could be profitable. So this gold buy paid me like 22 pips. It paid me like 22 pips, which is good. And this is just perfect. A perfect day. A perfect end of the month. A perfect day. What more do we have to ask? A beautiful day. Guys, in the Zoom, if you wanna give us some message, just go on. I'm hearing it out. The guys in the YouTube are hearing out, and amazing day. GJ is still falling. GJ is still falling. This is just beautiful. GJ is melting down. It's actually melting down. Wow, GJ is melting down. Man, I am so happy. Trust me, I am so happy. I'm happy as hell right now. This is perfect. GJ is melting down. And welcome back one more time. We are here. We took a small breather. The GJ trade is still running on. So our T has been hit, and this is my next target. So let's see if it's going to hit that too. So if the volume is on our side, that'll be a perfect day, man. I hope the Zoom guys did caught it as well. So everything was explained: stop loss, take profit, the market structure, market volume, and the session time. Everything was explained. So Jason from YouTube says, "You a master at GBP." They say this is a good paying pair. Oh, that's correct, Jason. Pound yen does have a lot of volume induced in it, so we definitely see a lot of movement in it, and it's not a haphazard kind of a move. It's fairly consistent and fairly readable, you know, and you have enough time to secure profit, enough time to cut losses in GJ. That's why it's one of my favorite pair. I love gold as well, but gold sometimes can be a little crazy. It can cause a lot of haphazard sort of a movement. So on gold, I would take it easy, and I would see if everything falls in plan, then only I execute on gold, and the structure, everything has to look good, you know. So for now, what I'm doing in gold is I'm just waiting for the gold to give me some sort of selling signals. So for now, I'm just waiting. We can get some selling movement in the gold, so just have to wait and see, Jason. So you have to sort of master one pair, you know. That's one of the things, Jason. You said, did I master GBP? Well, I've been looking at it for some time now, and I can definitely relate its price action to other pairs as well. So if you actually focus on one pair for some time, you would actually be so good in price action that you can actually relate it to other instruments too, right? So because I know price action in GJ, I can relate that to the other pairs too. So this is one good thing about focusing on one single pair. That was beautiful day today. Everybody got paid. Analogy was given. Target was given. Stop loss was given. Everything was there.
Anuj.
Hi, Jamil. How's it going?
Anuj. My apologies. I've been in the meeting and stuff. So
no, that's okay.
Sorry,
that's okay.
Sorry if I didn't. No, but you need to feel like, you know, we're here. So
thank you, Jamil. Yeah. Thanks for the support. This is amazing.
But I'm always there. I'm always there. If I'm in the gym, I listen to you in the background. Okay,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Thank you, Jamil. That's such a nice support you show here. Jamil, did you catch the trade by any chance?
Yes, I did.
That's good.
I closed half, and it went back our way, and then the usual. We moved stuff
Perfect.
to break even, and we took profits.
Perfecto. That's just perfect. So obviously,
just trying to see, like,
yeah. Oh, go on.
Just trying to see if it now would be a valid time to enter NZD CAD short.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been tracking.
Ooh, okay. So the structure is breaking, so that's pretty good. So the 30-minute actually. So let's just look at NZD CAD in an hourly perspective. So looking at the hourly, definitely what it tells me is that, you know what, this range, because this is the hardcore range, right? So it doesn't matter what it did here, it doesn't matter what it did here, this is the hardcore range. So if it's going to break that hardcore range, as I said, how I'll be looking to catch the price is, for example, if it's going to break the hardcore range, if this candle is going to be the breaking candle, because it has broken already, I would want to see this candle close below this range and the next candle to sort of retest this level for any sort of entry, retest, then you take an entry. Did you get the idea?
Yeah, because I almost feel like with oh, okay, it's popping his head below the wicks. I almost feel like it's gonna retrace back to actually 89,170. But um, the candles are doing something else, so that's why
Yeah, true,
I'm
true.
confused here.
True. So it can actually, technically, that's possible. So technically, that's possible, and the price can still go down. But what I would do is, in this sort of situation, what I would do is, I would also look at the, for example, 2 hours. 2 hours a good help at this. So how you see, this price is a rejection, right? So if that is a rejection, and this is the second rejection that we got, and this is a solid resistance, if this range has been broken and if it gets tested, and if it's a volume time, we can get a push down to this target because it's a clean traffic on the left hand side. If you look at this, this is a clean traffic, so we can achieve this gray target, and even furthermore down here.
Oh yeah, that's my uh, for whoever's listening, Richard, whatever. If you've been looking at the charts, my ultimate target is really it's down. I'm trying to use price action to re-enter in the smart, the most let's say protective way. You always want to protect your capital. I don't want to enter now and then you go into drawdown. Although I know I'll be safe, it's just not a nice feeling to be in drawdown.
Not at all. Not at all. So the 4 hour also tells me that, you know what? 4 hour is actually leaving this vicinity. 4 hour is actually leaving. So if this 4 hour, potentially if this 4 hour is going to close like this, and we can get the next 4 hour to do some sort of liquidity grab, then further continue down, we can get that push because it's a cleaner traffic, but at the same time, it's end of the month. I always want to be really cautious. How do I say it? I really want to be precautive at the end of the month because we can see crazy moves. So if you're in a trade, you have to manage in sort of a way that, you know what, you're actually expecting crazy retracement or crazy moves. So you have to manage your position once you're in. That's the thing about the end of the month. Otherwise, everything looks okay. The price is in a range. It's collecting orders. And if it's going to close below, because it has broken that level one more time, it has actually sort of broken the previous wick as well. Maybe just by a pip, but it has actually broken, right? So if we're going to get any sort of close and retest back in the range, so if you look at this 30-minute, this is an ideal candle, right? It seems as if it actually did its retest, but we have to see a close of this candle to tell, you know what, it can further continue down. There's a higher chance of price continuing even further down. So what I would do is I would wait for at least this 15-minute candle to close and see if the next 15-minute candle does something like this. If the next 15-minute candle makes a top wick and leaves this range and further continues down. So that will be the best position to be in NZD CAD. So something like this.
Okay, let's check. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
2 more minutes, so.
Sure. So if that's the range, this price is leaving that range. Obviously, we have to wait for 1 minute and 30 more seconds. If it's gonna push down, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't see how it's not going down because the structure is definitely bearish. This is definitely a bearish structure. So it can head down. It can head down. And it's volume time too right now. So this is 5. We are 43 minutes in the London session. So if the market's going to induce some sort of volume in the NZD CAD, that'll be good. That will be good. It's going to close in the next 55 minutes. 55 seconds. So if it's gonna close somewhere around here and the next 15-minute retraces once it makes a top wick, that'll be a good idea to enter. But I'm not looking to enter, right? So when I break down the chart, I'm not necessarily entering. So the YouTube guys, you guys have to be careful. You have to enter in a trade only if you know what's happening in that currency pair. You know, you have to know.
Yes. This is just for educational purposes.
100%, 100%. It's just that it's just that I love reading price action, and my friend, good friend Jamil, is trading this pair, so I don't mind looking at it. But the guys in YouTube, don't be excited and don't just dive into the positions, right? Because you have to know what's happening in and out of that currency to be in a trade. So it's actually looking ideal.
Yeah, you definitely do.
So if this 15-minute candle, current 15-minute candle, makes a top wick, potentially retest to this level, or even deeper, that'll be a nice trade for the price to continue further down if there's any volume being induced in the market.
Definitely for educational purposes, guys. I'm just trying to see on a bigger time scale all the teachings of Anush. Just trying to see how it works.
Ooh, now the gold is coming into play too. That's a nice price action that gold is doing right now. So I'm gonna wait for gold sell. I'm gonna wait for gold sell. Look at the 4 hours of rejection. So if you look at the 4 hour right now in gold, look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So if this 4 hours going to close below this level, we are off to races in gold. We are off to races. We just have to wait and see. Be calm and composed. If the risk factor is, if it's good, perfect. You know, so we have Ryan in the building too. Hello, Ryan. How's it going? We took 2 trades here, mate. You actually missed out on it. We took a gold buy and a GJ sell. So hopefully you did catch some trade, and we actually broke down NZD CAD. So it was definitely a beautiful volume day today. No doubt on it. Looking at the current 2 hour in gold, it is obviously bearish. So it has 1 hour and 12 more minutes left for its close. So we just have to wait and see. So the current 1 hour in gold is going to close in the next 12 minutes. If this is going to establish some sort of resistance, that'll be a nice confluence for our furthermore sales. So I have to wait for next 12.
Voice notes.
I can actually hear you.
Oh, sorry guys. Sorry.
So the current 30-minute is also leaving that top range. So it's actually looking good for sales gold. I'm not selling it yet. So it's good. It has made a resistance on the 30-minute. Has left that area with the wick. So let's just wait and see what happens in the next 12 minutes. What happens in the next 12 minutes? What happens in the next 12 minutes? We do have cleaner traffic on the downside. So if the cleaner traffic if the cleaner targets are going to be attacked, that'll be perfect. That will be perfect. So my GJ trade is almost coming to break even, so I don't mind if this trade hits me in a break even, because everything was secured. Most of my position was secured, and I just gave this trade a chance to run. So if it's gonna run down, man, perfect. This is gonna be perfect. But man, that was a nice trade called on GJ. That was a beautiful trade called on GJ. So the gold is definitely coming into play. Let's just wait a little bit more and see if we can get this price in this channel one more time. And we're going to see how we can scalp it there. Oh, Jason here says, sound patient. Sounds good. He says, I went for it. Not sure what did you went for, Jason?
That's a bit of a nasty bounce, isn't it?
Oh, yay. True. It is a nasty bounce. So the current 30-minute has...
Newbies,
Did you say sorry? Did you say something?
sorry if I'm interrupting. I think there's just like a 1 or 2 second delay when I talk or when you talk, so that when
No,
I
should
think
be
you
okay.
stop talking.
Should be okay. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not someone that interrupts. I'm sorry if I do. Yeah, for newbies, you know, jumping in at the bottom of that GJ.
Oh, no. That's gonna be miserable. Man, I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't even think about it. I
Well-
think gold sells are gonna come in soon.
Well, you can't think about it. You can't think about it with those lot sizes that you're using.
Oh man, oh man. I don't want to be I would never want to I would never want to sell on a bottom of a range. I would never want to buy on the top of the range. Man, honestly, if anybody sold
Oh.
here, oh, God, dude,
Yikes.
yikes.
Because you know it looked like it was dropping, huh? You know, so one could think, okay, you know, a newbie, for example, could think, you see where the second gray bar is. They're like, okay, when it gets there, I'm going
Oh
to
my
short it. I'm
God.
going to short.
If you sold there, man, you are clapped by the price. You are clapped so hard. Oh my God. I hope nobody sold
man.
there. Yeah. So the gold is actually doing something really interesting, because right now the current 1 hour. So the current 1 hour, what it's doing is actually telling us that, you know what, this bullish candle was nothing. It's actually telling us that's actually nothing, and it's actually almost engulfing it. So if that was just a liquidity grab on the top side, we're gonna have a lot of downside coming in. So we have to wait for the next 5 minutes to tell us, you know what, that was a fake out, or that was just a liquidity grab on the top side to attract buyers and further continue down. Because obviously, for someone to win in trading, someone has to lose, right? So the market's always going
Yeah.
to gather people in with lots of traps, and it's going to go the other way. So that's why you got to wait and see what's happening. So looking at the current 4-hour is looking so beautiful. If this current 4-hour closes anywhere below this support, man, we have a lot of sales coming in. So I'm just gonna patiently wait for any chances, because obviously I have one in gold today, I have one in GJ. There's no necessity for me to take another trade, obviously. So I'm just trying to be fluid, and I'll see if there's gonna be any proper setups. Unless that happens, I'm just gonna enjoy the price action and say, you know what? I read the market, everything was perfect. I'm just gonna come next month, May, and gonna attack the price the same way I would right now. So this is just beautiful.
Okay. Yeah.
The current 1 hour is almost engulfing the previous candle. It's amazing how it's doing this price action. And if you look at it, you can also see that, you know what? This support was an important level, or even this vicinity. So rejection sort of matches, right? So if it's actually rejecting that level and it's engulfing the previous candle, we have a channel drawn that the gold respected, so it can actually fall in the channel and it can bounce up and down and go further down. So we're just waiting for this candle to close. We have 3 more minutes left. So we're gonna wait and see how gold is gonna treat us in the next 3 minutes.
Okay. So Captain Price Action, in 1 minute, can you look at NZD CAD and just let me know? Let me know. It seems that on the 15-minute, the candle has climbed back up the side there. It hasn't given the wick that I guess we would have desired.
So we have to wait for 2 more minutes for this hourly to tell us and give us a higher confirmation. So obviously this 30-minute is a ideal candle to further continue down, because it has a top wick, a decent top wick, and there is a traffic on the left it could actually fill. And I know there's a cleaner traffic in NZD CAD on the left hand side too. So the clear traffic here can be filled. Obviously it can be filled. So we have to wait for this.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, absolutely. So we have to wait for this hourly candle to close. So this 15-minute candle is still respecting the previous 15-minute candle. So we have to be really careful. And we have to see if the price is going to push the candle back in the range. If it's going to push it back in the range, that's a delicate situation there. And you wouldn't want to be there, because we don't know. If it's going to go in, we don't know what's going to happen. The probability is still like 50-50, so we don't want to be there. For now, the probability is still there for sales. But you have to wait for another 1 minute and 14 seconds to tell you how this candle is going to close, and that will be Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia.
All right, switch to your main pair, your gold. Switch to your gold quickly.
Yep.
Don't want to distract the group.
Yeah, we have sales coming in. Nice and easy sales coming in slow. We're going to wait for next 40 seconds. So all this green move can be corrected by the gold. So all this green move can be corrected. So let's see what happens. Next 20 seconds. everything is actually looking good. Wow. Wow. Man, oh man. This is gonna drop. This is actually gonna drop. Gold is dropping 100%. 100% gold is gonna drop. 100%. It's gonna drop. I just don't want to take a trade here right at the channel. I would rather take a trade somewhere around here with like 20 pips profit and 10 pips back in the back on the top of the high of somewhere. So let's see. Gold is dropping, man. It's 100% dropping. If I can't catch it, it's just a beautiful price action, you know, because I've actually profited in it already. So there is sales coming in 100%. No doubt on it. 100% price is going to drop down. So Justin on the YouTube says hello. Hello, Justin. Hope you're doing well. My gold alert are on. And the price is dropping for 100% sure. I can guarantee the price is dropping, but man, I am not in it. I'm just patiently enjoying the price action, you know.
Justine, you can click the Zoom link. You don't have to be out there because we might want to say something.
Justin, my brother, give me a subscription right there. If you're there, give me a subscription. We got to run the algorithm. We have to grow this community.
Justine, it's a lady.
All right. My sister then. Man, gold is going to drop so well that, you know what? I'm just going to appreciate it. Actually, let's see if we can do something in it. No, I'm just going to stay out of it. I'm just going to enjoy the price action. But it's going to drop, man. 100% it's going to drop. I've taken 2 trades and I've profited. You know, I can't break my rule. This gold is going to go down, man. 100%. This is going to go down. 100%. Is retesting that channel high. Let's see what's gonna happen in the gold. And GJ is still continuing to the races. GJ has paid me so well today. Gold has paid me so well today, man. I'm so happy today. Honestly, such a nice way to end the April. This is just perfecto. We gotta run this YouTube subscription, man, somehow. It's just 80. So we have to build it up. We have to build a community, and that way we could help a lot of people for free. For free. The price is going up. This is actually a good chance to... so what I would do if I was actually taking gold, what I would do is I would wait for this 1 minute to close. If it's going to show me some sort of rejection on the top in 1 minute, because gold is so volatile, you can actually manage it with 1 minute too, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this 1 minute to close. And if any other 1 minute show me some sort of rejection on the top side, and if it's going to continue down within the channel, I would have placed a stop loss somewhere around here. Oh, sorry, not a stop loss, a pending order somewhere around here. And I would have kept my take profit around here, like 20 pips down the range. And my stop loss up there with like 10 pips or whatever my risk would be. And that's how I would play this trade. But I'm just gonna chill out and just see how the price is gonna move. I haven't taken any gold trade right now. I'm just gonna wait and enjoy the price action. That's my decision here today. So let's see. But there's a very high chance that the gold is gonna drop, man. There's a lot of chance. A lot of chance that the gold is gonna drop. Higher chance gold is gonna drop. So Justin here tells me that, you know what, trying Zoom, but no result. I think you have to click on the link, Justin, and your Zoom has to be updated too. If it's not the new Zoom, it's not gonna work, I think. So give it a try, mate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be here for the next 15 minutes. And I'll be taking a break for the New York session because I obviously trade New York too. So next 10 to 15 minutes and I'll be out.
My friend NZD Cat is playing games with me. Huh.
Oh.
It pops its head out and then it pops it back.
Yep. So the previous 15 minute obviously did respect the previous 15 minutes high, which is still a good thing because the current 15 minute is also respecting the high. So it is sort of leaving that range. The 5 minute structure definitely tells me that, you know what, it's going down. So just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait.
Yep, this is what I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna come to the Anuj gym for 6 months.
Yep, 100%.
And then I'm gonna get my price action muscles on.
Yep. That's true. Got to do 100 sit-ups.
This is the best price action personal trainer.
Yep, 100%.
The best price action personal trainer.
100%. 110%. So the GJ is still running, man. It's beautiful. My trade is actually still running. It's still running on. I'm going to let this trade run. If it's going to carry on, if it's going to hit this target until New York session, that'll be beautiful. Beauty and a beast move there. Looking at gold, it must be setting up for the New York, obviously, because we're going to see if there's any downside moves coming in, we are going to see it more than likely around another volume time, and which is obviously going to be around a New York session. So if sales are coming in, if the price is going to play back in the channel here, because it has come back once, it has tapped that level once. So if we're going to play back in the channel, there's a higher chance we will get sales. So around New York, my focus will be to get any sort of sell on gold and any sort of I mean, I'm not gonna trade. To be honest, on GJ, I'm just done for GJ for today because it's just running, right? My position is still running. There's no need to take another position. I'm profitable for the day, for the month, and it's the end of the month. So I'm just gonna take it easy, enjoy the price action, have a nice evening with the other guys, and it's just beautiful today. We'll just try to see if I can speculate with gold. Otherwise, it is what it is. It is what it is. NZD-CAD is pretty slow here. I mean, there's no volume in NZD-CAD. There's obviously cleaner traffic on the left-hand side. I love the cleaner traffic on the left-hand side, but NZD-CAD, there is just no volume, so that's not good. So looking at the 4 hour, it's going to close in the next 48 minutes. And what we know is around the close of the 4 hour, we usually see a lot of volume. We see a lot of rush in the volume, or we see retracement, right? So if it's going to retrace, that's an ugly situation. But in another view, another way, what we see is if this 4 hour, current 4 hour is going to close below this range, then there's a higher chance that, you know what, the next 4 hours is going to retest this level one more time and then further continue down. So just have to wait for the next volume time, obviously, and wait for this 4 hour to close now, because this 4 hour has only 47 minutes left for its close. So it's a good idea to wait for a candle close, 4 hour candle close in NZD-CAD. So wait for that. So Jason Johns from YouTube says, I am so is gold or sell? I mean, right now gold is definitely bullishing up. So ideally what you want to see is, ideally you would want to see this 4 hour in gold closing below this vicinity, right? Because the previous 1 hour, what it tells us is, you know what, this 1 hour went all the way up, and this 1 hour corrected that, engulfed it, almost 100% engulfed it. So this candle was corrected by this candle, and is telling us that, you know what, this is invalid. So if there are sales coming in, we have to wait for this 4 hour to close in gold and wait for another volume time. Obviously price can move up, you know, there's a higher chance that price could also move up, but I will be looking to take sells than any buys. That's just my bias. I'm not in any sort of trade yet. I'm just gonna wait. The best thing for me is to wait for the candle, 4 hour candle to close, and I'll be looking to see if I can take sells in from this channel. So potentially when price starts going below 1768 for 11, that's when I'll look to take sells. But again, you know, I'm just gonna relax, because I'm profitable for the week, profitable for the month, so just have to relax and see how the price moves. I mean, the GJ trade that we took is still running on. It's still alive. It's still pushing through. So if we are gonna get a monthly candle with a bigger bearish body, it can hit that target that I have easily. So just gonna wait. So I'll be kicking it off in the next 3 to 5 minutes, guys. So if anybody has any sort of questions, just shoot me up and we'll have a good time answering that question and discussing ideas. So Jason Johns tells me that, you know what, so next week is big money. We have to see, Jason. Obviously, the psychology behind May, June, and July is definitely the big meat of the year. But we have to see how the weekly, monthly, everything aligns, right? We have to wait and see if the trades are falling in our plan. So we do have a lot of time left for May, June, July, and hopefully it's going to be a very profitable month, profitable quarter, May, June, July. Any questions from the Zoom community?
I know Justina would have had some questions, but I don't know what's happening with her not connecting.
Oh, yay. She says, I am on work, perhaps later. I will try. So I'm not going to be here later. So not a good idea, Justina. We got Sunai as well today in the Zoom. Hello, Sunai. Hopefully you had a good day today. And Ryan here as well. Hopefully Ryan had a good day too. Monday is a bank holiday here in London. Oh, is it? Okay, let's just have a go at the calendar on Monday. Okay. Oh, you know what, guys? I think Monday is gonna be a off day for me, cause it's a GBP holiday, and I don't think there's gonna be any action. But we will see what we can do. If everything is all right, maybe we will do a simulation session. You have any more ways I can learn trade along and learn? Jason, so my idea is to help people for free on YouTube. So anybody who shows up on YouTube, they're gonna get a chance to be, obviously they're gonna get a chance to ask questions, and I would love to answer them, because I love price action and I would love to help anybody, to be honest, because I started from scratch. See, when I started, there was nobody to help me. There was one buddy of mine who was trading, and he was giving me some ideas, and he did it for free. So I would love to help people for free, and I just want to give back to the community. So the later big picture is that I will have my course finished up, and once I have my course all done and packaged for the guys who want to actually join my mentorship, they can join later on, but for now it's free. You know, YouTube's gonna be free forever. So I'll be doing YouTube stream for free for anybody. So that's the idea. After some time, obviously I will have my course done where I'm gonna have every idea I have like properly scripted, properly written, properly noted down, and people could actually learn my thought process in just like on their own. So we will see what we can do. Hopefully I can do another contribution. I can do that. I could build a course, you know, so let's just wait and see. It's just exciting for me, you know, to do all of these stuff. It's just exciting. So let's see. So building a course is like another adventure for me. So hopefully if it's a good quality course, I will put it out, and I will do a personal mentorship, but we have to wait. So waiting, patience is gonna bring a lot of nice stuff to you, you know? So you just gotta wait, man. If you can wait, you are going to be gifted. You are going to be awarded. So you just gotta wait. So Monday seems like a holiday, as Sonai tells me. Sonai, thank you for letting me know that Monday is a holiday. And obviously it's the first week of the May, so I would really want to take it easy. So if we are doing streams, check it out on my YouTube, check it out on my Instagram page, and I will let you guys know if I'm doing any streams. I'll post there saying, you know what, I will be doing streams. So if we are doing any sort of stream, we will see if there's any kind of volume in the market. And if we can attack the market, we will attack the market. Otherwise, it's just going to be more of a simulation session where we can talk about how we can backtest London or even New York. And I can go through some of my thought processes when I'm taking trade, or how I talk to myself, how I manage my position, and so on, right? So that's going to be the thing. So if you don't know my Instagram, this is my Instagram right here. That's my Instagram on the YouTube. If the Zoom guys, I mean, some of the guys in Zoom, they know my Instagram already. But this is my Instagram, right? So we will see what we can do. And that will be it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be here for the next 1 minute. If there's any question, if there's anything I can help with, I will be more than happy to do that. So looking at gold, I think we have to wait for the price to come back in the channel for any sort of sell. So let's just wait.
What do you think of Euro NZD before you go?
Euro NZD.
Yeah, because well, I have a long-term analysis for it to be long, but entering the trade today.
Oh man, this is, to be honest, Jamil, this is a really ugly price action. Really ugly price action. Yeah. I'll have to wait for May. Honestly, I have to wait for May for Euro NZD. I'm not gonna put any sort of trade. I'm not gonna take any sort of trade. Personally, if I was trading Euro NZD, there would be no trade from me here. This is one of the ugliest price action ever. But I mean,
I told you it looked beautiful. You think I'm crazy.
Are you looking for something? What are you looking for?
So let's just say I already entered way before. So I entered like at 165, but I entered a part position. So I'm looking to enter the other part to make it complete. You see? So that's when you look at the price action.
So you're taking buy. Are you?
Yeah.
So I mean, for buy, this monthly candle is still bearish. So, and this monthly candle is actually respecting the previous candle's high. So I'm not sure how May's candle gonna react to this price action, right? So I would actually wait for that daily range to be broken, because buys do look nice above 170. So if there's any buy coming in, targets are there. So for bullish price action, there are targets there. So this price action here puts me off. So if you look at this, for any sort of buy,
Yeah.
that puts me off, because the current monthly candle's wick is lower than the previous candle's wick, and it's not a bullish candle, it's a bearish monthly candle. So the question we're going to ask this current monthly candle is it going to close bullish or is it going to close bearish below this level, or what is it doing, right? It's just a funny price action. But let's look at the weekly candle and see how it's acting in the weekly candle. So looking at the weekly candle, weekly time frame, obviously this seems like a proper support area.
Yeah.
It seems like a proper support area, and if that support is going to be held, as I said, there are cleaner targets on the top, cleaner target. Sorry, I'm mixing up traffic and targets. So there are cleaner targets. So it can go up, right? So we have to wait and see how the May is going to react to it. Otherwise, there is actually chances for sell too. If you look at the selling targets, there are cleaner sell targets too. So looking at the weekly candle, what the weekly candle tells me is there has been a heavy rejection on the top here, and there is bearish momentum, and price is making lower lows and lower high. So let's see how this monthly candle is going to act around this area. So if it's going to break that level and it's going to retest this one more time and start heading down, we have sells. The structure on the weekly, on the monthly tells me it's still bearish on the higher time frame. So this support is very strong. I can see price actually tried to break that support once, twice, another time, price tried to break that level another time, and here again. So the question we're going to ask this monthly candle and the next monthly candle is, if it's actually respecting that top wick, is it planning to grab its liquidity on the top before it's going to move down? Because if it's going to move down, we do know that, you know what, there is cleaner traffic on the downside. So just have to wait and see. Because obviously price has been trying really hard to break that level. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. So for this price to move bullish, I would want to see a confident sort of a structure. And confident structure would be when the price is going to start breaking the high. I'm going to look to see if I can take buys once it's going to start breaking the highs. Otherwise, if it's going to respect the highs, the structure doesn't tell me that, you know what, it's going up. So the structure is not in my side. And if the price tried to break this level a few times, it's going to try breaking it one more time. I can tell you that for sure. So if it's going to try breaking that one more time, and in May, the NZD is going to grab some strength, because we actually saw in news about NZD how NZD is actually trying to push stimulus checks into its economy. So hopefully NZD is going to grab its liquidity, its strength. And if NZD is going to grab its strength, man, oh man, these targets here can be achieved. So just got to wait for the price to close below. For sells, just got to wait for the price to break the highs before taking any buys. For me specifically. So price is in a range here. So what the price is doing right now is grabbing its order. So price is going to decide later in May that, you know what, we have grabbed enough order from institutions, whatever, so we can push the price down. Or the price is going to decide, you know what? We have grabbed enough order, so we can push up and we can break the highs. And we can go down and we can continue up. So you got to wait for the May, I would say. If you're in a trade, obviously it's a good idea to manage it. Otherwise, it is what it is.
All right. Thank you. And
you're always welcome.
Breakdown.
You're always welcome.
Make it seem so easy.
No. So looking at the daily candle too, it's pretty clear, man. Anybody would be able to say that, you know what, price is in a range, so I don't want to be in this range. If you want to take any sort of entries, early entries would be after price breaking this resistance and retesting it one more time to head up. So something like this. Otherwise, we need price breaking the highs. Price breaking the highs. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1315 doesn't tell me anything for this one. Obviously, the wicks are higher. That's one of the signs for bullish price action. But we have to keep this in our mind that, you know what? If there was enough bullish momentum, price would be breaking that high. And this monthly candle wouldn't be ending bearish. You know what I mean? If there was enough bullish momentum, it would be breaking targets on the top side. So if it's gathering order for later price movement on the top side, we have to wait and see. So we cannot just base ourselves. For example, beginner traders, what they're going to do is they're going to look at the wick. They're going to look at the macro or micro momentum. And they're going to put themselves in a trade saying, wow, man, the trade is up. No. This is something that price does to attract investors and attract positions so that they can eat their position. Because for one to be paid, one has to lose. You know what I mean? So that's another analogy that fits in here. And I think in overall sense, because obviously I live in Australia and I do know some hints about New Zealand. New Zealand is actually doing a great job in their vaccine approach, and they're opening up their flights and stuff. So they are about to actually gain their economical strength back. So if they're actually going to be stronger, man, this Euro NZD instrument is going to go down 100%. So got to wait for the May and see how May's... What did you say? Sorry?
When you talk, I sense that when you speak, because I hear you talk about Australia and New Zealand sometimes when you break down the candles, so I can hear that you're privy to certain information that we over here would not necessarily be paying attention to. So you do see the stuff at first hand. So
okay, so I think this is gonna be the end of the stream. Hopefully we're gonna get nice sells in gold. So I'm just gonna stay calm and patience for gold's price action to come back in this channel. And hopefully if we go back in the channel, we can get sells. So there is a lot of volume in gold. So guys, I will be heading off in 3 seconds here. Actually, we haven't done the celebration. Man, come on. What am I doing here? This is crazy. Ricardo here in the Zoom says, thanks for the Zoom. Have a good weekend. So for the guys in the YouTube, what I'm going to do is there's going to be a small celebration, especially for you guys. Okay, if you took the trade, if you won, if you heard all the price action, if you heard all the ideas behind the trade, and if you executed, manage your trade properly, man, oh man, this is your day. Because we're going to have the celebration in 3. And another 2. And another 1. And just give me a second. I'm pulling the trigger here and go. That's it. That's the celebration for you guys on the YouTube. Keep it up. Carry on. All those firecrackers, all those showers for you guys, because you guys done a great job. That's it. Keep it up. You won. And perfect. Perfecto. Perfect. And Jason here says big month next month. True. That's actually true. We're going to stay calm for the next month, and we're going to see how we can attack the market. Until then, guys, stay calm. For any updates, look at the Instagram. You'll obviously see things there. And thank you, Jamil. Thank you, Sonai. Thank you, Ricardo, who was here early. Thank you to everybody else who showed up and enjoyed the price action, had some discussion. You know, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the Zoom. See you later. Take care. Jason John says thanks. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. And have a beautiful day. It's amazing. We gotta boost this YouTube, man. Call your friends in. We gotta build a subscription. We gotta run this algorithm. Jason, everybody else, just pull your friends in. We're gonna bring that likes and subscribe. We gotta run this channel to the T, just like our analysis. Have a beautiful day. Take care, guys. Stay safe.